Hey, it's Amanda, and you are watching a segment from 100 videos in 100 days. This started out as a challenge to myself to prove that freedom can come from authenticity and vulnerability, and that life doesn't have to be perfect or look perfect, it doesn't have to feel perfect to be valuable, to really be valuable. And that you don't have to wait to share your gifts till it all looks a certain way. And this is also about what the cost is of waiting to share your gifts. I didn't have a YouTube channel before this. I never did a video of myself. I didn't even like to see myself in camera. So am I scared every time I do this? Yes. But I'm here. I'm showing up, because I'm committed to this conversation about freedom. And the freer I get, I believe the freer you will get. So I invite you to participate as you can. There's no editing here. I get one take. So if it all goes to hell, you go with me. There may be swearing, there may be crying. I may get up and walk around. It's the game. It's authentic and vulnerable. I will look different every day. So that's really the point of it, is in life there's no editing, there's no redos. So who are you going to be? How are you going to show up? What would that look like? And what would be possible if you just showed up exactly as you were and let the cards fall? Would that be freeing? It is to me. And if it is to you, I hope you get something out of these. If there's anything that I say that rubs you wrong or feels off, discard it immediately. It's not for you. It's for whoever needs it, and most likely for me. So when this turns off and the next one turns on, I will be sitting here quietly with my eyes closed. You're not walking into any special session that you're not supposed to see. Everything's transparent here. So I started this to have context in the beginning, because I can see people are jumping in the middle of the series, and I just want to make sure everyone feels included. So I will see you soon. My mind cannot fathom doing 75 more of these. It seriously seems impossible. I know I've done 25, and then looking at 75 just feels like this big slab of rock that's like coming off the side of a mountain. I'm under it going, oh yeah, 75, we can do it. Like, I might think, there's no content for 75. What are you doing? Why are we even doing today? We're just showing up, which I'm finding is a big part of any equation. Is if you show up, who knows what could happen. If you don't show up, nothing's going to happen. If you have it all figured out, if you wait figured out, it's not going to happen. You just got to show up, and then things start evolving. So that's a big part of this. Is, well, I don't even know the game plan. I know, I just have to show up, and then something will arrive. Or not. It's been really interesting the last couple days, because my daughter, that's an artist, she well, I think I said something about it the other day, but basically, I keep saying to share, whether it's this video or practicing talking to someone or just being authentic, but you got to share because if you have to give it first. It's just a law. It's just, we want others to love us first, but you have to love first if you want love. If you want authenticity, you got to be real first. Same with vulnerability, same with peace. Like it doesn't matter. It has to come from here first. And one, because people are sick and tired of people talking about things. Everyone talks, everyone sends a message, everyone puts messages out there, but there's not a ton of doing. So you go do what you're talking about. If it looks good, I'll follow you. It's kind of how it works. So with me being authentic and vulnerable, if my girls follow my suit, that's not particularly their jam. And my daughter that's an artist, well, that does portraits, she's just been hell-bent on not doing portraits. I'm not doing them. I don't want to feel controlled by that. I'll be freaked out if people don't like them, or what if I don't get it right, or I don't know how to promote them, or that's not what I want to do. I want to do something else. I want to do something else. Meanwhile, she does portraits all the time of just pictures of anything and different paintings. And then since I've started doing this, suddenly she starts doing them for commissions. And today, on my timeline, I saw that she said, hey, I'm getting my business set up and I'm going to start doing portraits or for commissions. If you know my daughter, it's utterly mind-boggling that that happened. To me, that is an absolute miracle. It's nothing I ever thought I would see. And right now, it's the gift that she can give to people that they just light up. They go crazy. People love to have their picture taken or art drawn. I know, I've done it for years. And people that seem to just absolutely not like me in a work environment, if I knew I was going to take their picture, I knew it was a problem solved. Because if you're a good photographer and you really get in there and are present with them and you take a good photo, for life, it's like you entered their soul. So being an artist has its advantages and its disadvantages, especially if you're a perfectionist. So I've held back tons of art because I didn't have a way to do it, or a way that I thought people would understand, or whatever it was, or how was it going to look on me, or whatever. So she's fought this thing that she naturally does, just like I fought doing something like this, even though it's what I do every day. So to see that on the timeline was just crazy. I think two people this morning say they wanted to do that. Then my other daughter, her twin, who's also artistic, she stayed up all night and had so many ideas flowing through her, she couldn't sleep. And she kept texting me more and more. Finally, she FaceTimed me this morning. Mom, look, I drew this, and then what if I build it this way? And if I do this, because I think I could sell it, and the little entrepreneurs like me. But I had to go first. And I went first when they were younger, and they loved it. And it was still kind of when big women businesses weren't a common thing. So when kids would when I pick people up in my big fancy car, you know, they're like, oh my gosh, your dad got that? And like, my mom bought this. And it was very clear that that meant something to them, that they saw a woman doing something that normally a man would do. But then over the last few years, having been sick and sick of myself and all that goes with that, there was a heaviness that my kids were feeling. And it doesn't mean they didn't love me, but I know there was probably some fear there and feeling responsible for me. And I don't want to end up like that. So while this is a gift I'm giving to myself, albeit kind of a nauseating one some days, shoving myself off so kindly the dive board every day, diving board. But when I'm giving something to myself, whether it's presence, being, expressing love the way that it feels like it needs to come out versus what I think will be accepted, I'm giving that to myself, and then I can give it to others authentically. It's not the BS. Like, you should just go for it. You should just do it. You have tons of talent. Meanwhile, I'll be over here. I'm so scared. And I can listen to you. And on top of it, if I just said, oh my gosh, I had a breakthrough and I'm just snapping these suckers out and then I just do this and so easy, so easy. I don't know, they might be motivated by that, but they're pretty good BS meters and I think they'd be like, that looks terrifying. I've seen the video. You look scary. You're telling me it's not scary? I'm not sure about that. So I'm glad if they watch these, they see I'm telling the truth, and then in person, I'm telling the truth. Yep, feels scary every time. But it's about showing up. And my kids are starting to show up in their work. They worked places, but they're entrepreneurs. You can't take that out of someone. And they're artists. Can't take it out of someone. They can go work for people, but it doesn't, if you don't express that, you get sick. It doesn't matter what your expression is, because part of my thing has been like, well, yeah, I could write a book, but all this has been said before, so who cares? And look at the world's still in the shitter, what good is it going to do, and who wants to listen to me? And yet, I have a knack for it. I have a gift. Since I was little, I wanted to hang out with adults and go, okay, so what's going down? Let's talk about it, and what do you need help with, and how can I help? And first job was 5. I lost my train of thought. That's good. There's some discomfort here. Yeah, totally lost it. Could you tell me what I was talking about? Please? I'll pause it. Of course, the more I look for it, it's like looking for keys. I'm not going to find them. Yeah. Wait a second, I almost have it. Expressing. Okay, got it back. Yes, and I didn't turn it off. I didn't turn it off. You don't think I didn't think, I'll just do whatever. I didn't. Seems so dumb, but it's so easy to want to turn that off because I don't want to look dumb, and I don't. The things I'm learning, especially when I don't give myself a way out, like I gotta learn it. So what I was going to say was, it doesn't matter what your gift is, because I had a story that I shouldn't share these things because who's going to listen? But I also know that people all the time, like, could you write that down? Could you share that with me? Could you whatever? Because the way you explain it, or the way, the angles and how you are able to look at things, I know that is unusual and it is a gift. It is. When I'm centered, I know that. But it doesn't matter what the gift is. It doesn't matter if it's just humor. It doesn't matter if it's you're a handyman or whatever it is you just love to do. That, there's some people it's like, oh, you need me to fix it for you? I'll be right over. Yes, please. I can't. Come organize my house. I have no clue how to do it. And the way I know how to do it, it looks militant and scary. But what I was going to say about that is that my daughter came over, one of the twins, she came over, and I never used to watch YouTube before this for several reasons. One, I think just the more I see people out doing their stuff, when I wasn't doing it, it made me feel upset about and angry at myself. But I had no idea, I know it sounds dumb, it's been around forever, but I had no idea so much free content is on there. And I know that they may be promoting their businesses or whatever, but as a jeweler and an artist, to be able to go on there and watch techniques done is crazy. It's very touching to me to watch what they give away for free. And if it does their business good, super, because they are absolutely doing a service. Well, my daughter came over and she's like, you don't watch YouTube, do you? And I said, not really. She goes, do you ever watch tutorials? And I go, a couple about metal and diamond setting. And she's like, oh, well, she set it up on the TV. And she goes, okay, I want you to come over here and watch some makeup tutorials with me. I said, I do not want to watch makeup tutorials. I said, I do my makeup or I don't do it. I don't care about fancy stuff. Techniques. I don't care. I don't want it. She's like, please. And she has this one lady, she's actually a woman, that does it. And she loves her. Her name is Tati. And her husband's on there sometimes. And she has this emotional connection to Tati because she feels like Tati's real. I mean, genuine. And her husband's very cute with her too. And if she messes up, she messes up. And so my daughter was watching it, and I was watching it with her. And my daughter probably seen this episode before, but then my daughter watched me watch it and thought it was hilarious because I'm over looking up like, oh, that mascara. Oh, where'd that come from? Wait, when was this released? Oh, wait, what did Tati say about this? And she thinks it's hilarious, but she loves it. And it's a way that we would connect. When she come over and just hang out with just me, she'll put on the Tati video, and it's something we talk about. If Tati didn't share what she loved, and from what my daughter says, she gets critics or people saying, like, you're older, you shouldn't be doing it, you're not in your 20s, I don't know, she's probably early 30s or something, whatever. Who cares? But she shares it because she just genuinely loves it. And she opens up a pack of something, she's just like, oh, everything's so exciting to her, and that comes through. And because she does that, my daughter loves it, and my daughter shares it with me, and it's a conversation. So my point is, it doesn't matter what it is. If you like to pick flowers and arrange them, you should do that. But holding it back will make you not feel good. It'll make you feel like, and then you'll compare yourself to everybody else. Or my gift isn't the same as theirs. People that will come over and do the bill pay on my computer, I think are geniuses. I was one of those employers that while I may have had the art and the drive to make a business possible, I'm crystal clear that the people that ran it and did the day-in-day operations did things that I would have freaked out if I had to do. I was so grateful for them. And it was something I told them all the time because, yes, a business owner takes the risks, but if someone isn't there to pick up the phone and take the order, it doesn't matter. So everybody's gift is important. It makes the whole thing operate correctly. Or makes things even possible. So I guess I just don't want anyone that's listening to feel like your gift is any less or you're just a talent or it doesn't matter what it is at all. It was given to you for a purpose. And I always say, it's for yourself. And it is because it's how you get to experience and experiment in life. And it's usually the place that accesses your soul the most. But I also think part of the reason that we feel that nagging thing of it pulling is, so it's here for you as a way to express yourself, but it's what you have inside of you that is for mankind. So you feel it being tugged because there's actually a world out here that would like to see what it is, to see how it can help them or how it would make them feel. And I think it's kind of an invisible thing that goes on because as soon as you see something in someone, you're just like, oh, you can do that? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a big deal to people. And for me, I think the quirkiest, most random things are the coolest. People are like, yeah, I can do that. I'm like, you can? Oh, that's so cool. But if we don't tell each other, we can't know. Nothing's possible at that point, which I've been really good at. I will hide my talents way down here. If you point them out, I'll be irritated. I'm cooperative in that way. So, if you want something, give it first. Because I'm completely open to the fact that although viruses and bacteria and epidemics and all kinds of stuff are always touted as bad things, gross things, creepy things, if we're giving things first and we are expressing any little tiny talent or gift or even emotion or being present with someone, if we are expressing that, There's a complete possibility of a viral outbreak of joy and peace and authenticity and freedom and vulnerability, and why the fuck not? Seriously. Why do all the viruses have to be gross and scary? Why does, ooh, it's viral, it's viral. Well, what if joy was viral? What if full self-expression was viral? Someone has to go first. If you want it in your life, go first. If you don't know how to do it yet, stick my face on or someone like me and go, oh, did you see that thing the other day? I thought that was an interesting conversation. Yeah, what did you think about it? Start somewhere, but give it to yourself and then give it away. And then it starts going into emotion. But something that stays in motion wants to stay there. Something in action will stay in action. So let's start some viruses. Let's do it. Let's be